Most people have been taught that protecting muscle after 70 means buying expensive protein powders, mixing daily shakes, and trusting processed supplements to do the heavy lifting. But that idea leaves out something surprisingly simple. Some of the most effective foods for supporting muscle health are not found in a tub at all. They are ordinary, familiar foods that many people can buy in any grocery store. And that matters, because muscle loss with age is not just about appearance. It affects balance, mobility, energy, independence, and even confidence in everyday life. The problem is that many older adults focus only on protein quantity, while missing the bigger picture. Your muscles do not just respond to protein alone. They also respond to the full package that comes with real food. In this video, we are going to look at 8 natural foods that can help support muscle maintenance in a way protein powder often cannot. Some work by delivering high-quality protein. Others help improve circulation, recovery, digestion, or the body's ability to actually use the nutrients you eat. And when those pieces come together, the effect can be far more powerful than most people expect. One of these foods is especially overlooked, even though it can help trigger muscle-building signals very quickly after a meal. And by the end of this video, you may start seeing your kitchen very differently, because the foods that help you stay strong might already be much closer than you think. Food 1. Ricotta cheese. Let us begin with one of the most overlooked foods for aging muscle, and that is ricotta cheese. Many people think first about cottage cheese or Greek yogurt when they hear the word protein. But ricotta deserves far more attention, especially for adults over 70. It is soft, easy to eat, naturally rich in high-quality dairy protein, and often much gentler than thick shakes or heavily processed powders. What makes ricotta especially interesting is that it contains whey protein in a natural food form. Whey is known for being rich in leucine, an amino acid that helps switch on muscle protein synthesis. In simple terms, leucine is one of the main signals that tells the body it is time to repair and rebuild muscle tissue. That matters more with age, because older muscles usually need a stronger signal from food before they respond. Ricotta also brings more than just protein. It naturally contains calcium and other nutrients that support muscle contraction and general strength. Muscles do not only need building blocks, they also need the minerals that help them actually work. That is one reason whole foods can be so useful. They do not arrive as a single isolated nutrient. They arrive as a team, and that team can support the body more effectively. There is also a practical side here that should not be ignored. Ricotta is easy to chew, easy to swallow, and easy to turn into a real meal. You can pair it with berries in the morning, spread it on whole grain toast, or add it to soups and savory dishes. For older adults who are tired of chalky drinks or who struggle with appetite, this matters. A food only helps when people can enjoy it consistently. And that is the deeper lesson behind ricotta. Muscle support is not only about eating more protein, it is about choosing foods that your body can use, digest, and benefit from without turning every meal into a supplement routine. Ricotta opens that door in a simple way. And once you see how one real food can do that, the next food becomes even more surprising, because it is not a classic protein food at all. If this kind of content is already helping you, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. That really helps the channel keep bringing practical nutrition content like this. Food 2. Watermelon. Now here is where things start to challenge what most people expect. The next food that supports muscle health is not a traditional protein source at all. It is watermelon. At first glance, that might seem strange. After all, watermelon is mostly known for being refreshing and sweet, not for building strength. But when we look a little deeper, it becomes clear why this fruit can play an important role. Watermelon is naturally rich in an amino acid called citrulline. Inside the body, citrulline is converted into another compound called arginine, which then helps produce nitric oxide, That may sound technical, but the effect is simple. Nitric oxide helps relax and widen your blood vessels. When that happens, more oxygen and nutrients can reach your muscles, and waste products are removed more efficiently. In practical terms, better circulation means your muscles recover faster and perform better, even during normal daily activities like walking, climbing stairs, or carrying groceries. This becomes especially important with age because blood flow naturally becomes less efficient over time. Supporting circulation is one of the hidden keys to maintaining strength. Watermelon also provides potassium, which is essential for proper muscle function. Low potassium levels are often linked to muscle weakness, fatigue, and cramps. By including foods that naturally provide this mineral, you help your muscles contract and relax the way they are supposed to, which supports both strength and coordination. Another important aspect is hydration. Muscles are made largely of water, and even mild dehydration can reduce strength and increase fatigue. Watermelon helps here as well, because it provides both fluids and natural sugars. These sugars can help replenish energy stores in the muscles, especially after physical activity, without the need for processed drinks. So even though watermelon is not a protein food, it supports the environment your muscles need to stay strong. It improves blood flow, supports hydration, and helps recovery. And that shows an important idea we will keep building on. Maintaining muscle is not only about what builds it. It is also about what helps your body use, protect, and sustain it. And that leads us naturally to the next food, which brings us back to protein, but in a form that is both highly practical and surprisingly complete. Food 3. Canned salmon. Now we return to a more traditional muscle-building food, but with a twist that makes it especially powerful for older adults. Canned salmon is one of the most complete and practical foods you can include in your routine. It combines high-quality protein with several key nutrients that directly support muscle health, all in a form that is ready to eat. First, let us look at the protein itself. Salmon provides all essential amino acids, which means your body has everything it needs to repair and maintain muscle tissue. This is what we call a complete protein. But what makes salmon stand out is not just the presence of protein, but how your body responds to it when combined with other nutrients found in the same food. One of those nutrients is omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats play an important role in reducing inflammation in the body. From a scientific perspective, chronic low-grade inflammation can interfere with muscle repair and accelerate muscle loss over time. In simple terms, inflammation creates a less favorable environment for your muscles to stay strong. Omega-3 fats help calm that environment, making it easier for your body to maintain and rebuild muscle. Another important detail is how omega-3 fatty acids improve what we call muscle sensitivity to protein. This means your muscles respond better to the protein you eat. So instead of needing larger amounts, your body becomes more efficient at using what you already consume. For older adults, this can make a significant difference because the body naturally becomes less responsive to protein with age. Canned salmon also has a unique advantage that many people overlook. When it includes the soft edible bones, it becomes a natural source of calcium and other minerals. Calcium is not only important for bones, it also plays a direct role in muscle contraction. Without enough of it, muscles cannot function properly, no matter how much protein is available. And perhaps one of the most practical benefits is convenience. There is no need for cooking, no complicated preparation, and no cleanup. You can eat it straight from the can, mix it into a salad, or combine it with simple ingredients for a quick meal. For many people, especially those who do not want to spend much time in the kitchen, this simplicity makes it much easier to stay consistent. Canned salmon shows us something important. Supporting muscle health does not require complicated routines or expensive products. Sometimes the most effective solutions are also the most simple and accessible. And the next food builds on that idea, bringing us to something many people already eat, but often misunderstand. Food 4. Whole eggs. Few foods have been as misunderstood as eggs. For years, many people avoided the yolk, believing it was something to limit or remove. But when it comes to muscle health, especially after 70, whole eggs are one of the most effective and complete foods you can eat. From a scientific perspective, eggs have one of the highest biological values of any protein source. This means your body can use a very large percentage of the protein they provide. In simple terms, very little is wasted. The amino acids in eggs closely match what your body needs to repair and maintain muscle tissue, which makes them highly efficient. But what makes eggs truly special is the combination of nutrients found in the yolk. The white contains protein, but the yolk contains important compounds that help your body actually use that protein. For example, eggs provide vitamin D, which plays a role in muscle function and strength. They also contain choline, a nutrient that supports communication between your nerves and muscles. Think of it this way. Protein provides the building blocks, but your body still needs the tools and signals to use those blocks correctly. The yolk helps provide those tools. When you remove it, you are not just reducing calories. You are removing part of the system that supports muscle maintenance. There is also an interesting effect when eggs are combined with other foods. When eaten with vegetables, the fats in the yolk help your body absorb certain vitamins more efficiently. So a simple meal like eggs with vegetables becomes more than just protein. It becomes a complete support system for overall health, including muscle function. From a practical standpoint, eggs are also one of the easiest foods to prepare. They can be boiled, scrambled, or cooked in just a few minutes. This makes them a reliable option for daily meals, especially for those who want something quick but still nourishing. Whole eggs remind us that food is not just about isolated nutrients. It is about how those nutrients work together inside your body. And once we understand that, the next food takes this idea even further, because it supports muscle health in a completely different way, starting from the gut. Food 5. Kefir. Now we move into a category that many people underestimate when it comes to muscle health, and that is fermented foods. Kefir, a fermented milk drink, may not look like a typical muscle support food, but it plays a powerful role in how your body processes and uses nutrients. Kefir is rich in probiotics, which are beneficial bacteria that live in your digestive system. From a scientific point of view, these bacteria influence something known as the gut-muscle connection. This means your digestive health can directly affect how well your body maintains muscle. When your gut is balanced, your body is better at absorbing nutrients and managing inflammation. In simple terms, if your digestion is not working well, even the best diet may not deliver the full benefit. Kefir helps improve that foundation. It supports the environment where nutrients are absorbed, making the protein and minerals you eat more effective. Another important feature of kefir is how its protein is processed. Because it is fermented, part of the protein is already broken down into smaller components. This makes it easier to digest, especially for older adults who may produce less stomach acid. Easier digestion means your body can access those nutrients more efficiently without discomfort. Kefir also contains a type of protein called casein, which is digested more slowly. From a physiological perspective, slow digesting protein provides a steady release of amino acids into the bloodstream over several hours. In everyday terms, this means your muscles are supported for a longer period, especially during times when you are not eating, such as overnight. This is why kefir can be particularly useful in the evening. Having it before bed helps provide your muscles with a continuous supply of nutrients while you sleep, a time when muscle breakdown can naturally occur if the body does not have enough available resources. Kefir shows us that muscle health is not only about what you eat, but also about how your body handles what you eat. And once digestion and absorption are working in your favor, The next food adds another layer, supporting muscle through a mechanism that continues even after your meal is finished. Food 6. Black beans. Now we shift to a plant-based food that surprises many people when it comes to muscle support. Black beans are often seen as just a side dish, but they offer a unique combination of nutrients that work in a different, yet very effective way for maintaining muscle as you age. From a nutritional standpoint, black beans do contain protein, but what makes them truly special is something called resistant starch. This is a type of carbohydrate that your body does not fully digest in the small intestine. Instead, it reaches the large intestine, where it feeds beneficial gut bacteria. These bacteria then produce compounds that help reduce inflammation and improve how your body uses nutrients. In simple terms, black beans help create an internal environment where your muscles can respond better to the food you eat, not just during that meal, but even in the meals that follow. This leads to what researchers often describe as a lasting effect on metabolism. After eating black beans, your body becomes more efficient at handling blood sugar and nutrients. Stable blood sugar is especially important for muscle health, because large spikes and drops can push the body toward breaking down tissue instead of maintaining it. Black beans are also rich in magnesium, a mineral involved in hundreds of processes related to muscle function. From energy production to muscle contraction, magnesium helps your muscles perform properly. Without enough of it, even a high-protein diet may not deliver the results you expect. In addition, black beans provide folate, which supports the creation of new cells, including muscle cells. As we age, the body's ability to repair and renew tissue can slow down. Nutrients like folate help support that process, making it easier for your body to maintain strength over time. What makes black beans especially valuable is that they do not just feed your muscles directly. They support the systems behind the scenes that allow muscle maintenance to happen more effectively. And as we move to the next food, we will see another example of how improving circulation can take muscle function to an entirely new level. Food 7. Beets. Now we come to a food that supports muscle strength in a way that most people do not immediately associate with nutrition. Beets may not look like a typical muscle food, but they have a powerful effect on how your muscles perform, especially when it comes to energy and endurance. Beets are naturally rich in compounds called nitrates. Inside the body, these nitrates are converted into nitric oxide, the same molecule we mentioned earlier. Scientifically, nitric oxide helps relax blood vessels and improve circulation. In simple terms, it allows more oxygen and nutrients to reach your muscles while helping remove waste products more efficiently. This improved blood flow has a direct impact on how your muscles feel and perform. Many people notice that everyday activities become easier, whether it is walking, climbing stairs, or doing household tasks. With better circulation, muscles require less effort to do the same work, which reduces fatigue and helps preserve strength over time. Beets also contain natural antioxidants that help reduce inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation is one of the factors that can accelerate muscle loss as we age. By helping to calm this process, beets support a more stable environment for your muscles to function and recover. Another interesting component found in beets supports the body's natural production of compounds involved in energy within muscle cells. In practical terms, this means your muscles may feel more energized and less prone to early fatigue. For older adults, this can make a noticeable difference in daily life, helping maintain independence and activity levels. The natural sugars in beets are also released gradually due to their fiber content. This provides a steady source of energy without sharp spikes in blood sugar. Stable energy levels help prevent the ups and downs that can contribute to fatigue and muscle breakdown. Beets show us that supporting muscle is not only about building tissue, but also about improving how efficiently that tissue works. And the final food brings all of these ideas together, combining protein, healthy fats, and key nutrients into one compact and powerful option. Food 8. Sardines. The final food brings everything together in a way that is both simple and extremely effective. Sardines may not be the most popular choice for everyone, but when it comes to supporting muscle health after 70, they are one of the most complete foods you can include in your routine. From a scientific perspective, sardines provide high-quality, complete protein, meaning they contain all essential amino acids your body needs to maintain and repair muscle tissue. But just like we have seen with other foods, it is not only about the protein itself, it is about what comes along with it. Sardines are naturally rich in omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats help reduce inflammation and improve how your muscles respond to protein. In simple terms, they make your body more efficient at using what you eat. This becomes especially important with age, when the body's response to protein is not as strong as it once was. They are also an excellent source of vitamin D, a nutrient closely linked to muscle strength and function. Low levels of vitamin D are often associated with weakness and reduced mobility. By including foods that naturally provide it, you support not only muscle maintenance, but also overall physical performance. Another important detail is the presence of minerals like calcium and phosphorus, especially when the soft bones are consumed. These minerals are essential for proper muscle contraction. Without them, muscles cannot function efficiently, regardless of how much protein is available. Sardines also contain compounds that support energy production inside muscle cells. In practical terms, this helps your muscles feel more active and less fatigued during the day. For many older adults, this can translate into more energy for daily tasks and a greater sense of physical independence. And just like some of the other foods we discussed, sardines are extremely convenient. They require no preparation and can be eaten straight from the container or added to simple meals. This makes consistency much easier, which is one of the most important factors in long-term health. When you look at sardines, you begin to see the full picture. Muscle health is not supported by a single nutrient or a single food. It is supported by a combination of protein, healthy fats, vitamins, minerals, and how all of these work together inside your body. And now that we have explored all 8 foods, it is time to bring everything together into a clear and practical conclusion you can apply in your daily life. When you step back and look at everything we covered, one idea becomes very clear. Maintaining muscle after 70 is not about relying on a single product or chasing the highest protein number possible. It is about giving your body the right environment to preserve and rebuild strength using foods that work with your biology, not against it. Each of these 8 foods plays a different role. Some provide high-quality protein that directly supports muscle repair. Others improve circulation, reduce inflammation, or help your body absorb and use nutrients more efficiently. And when these effects are combined throughout the day, they create a powerful foundation for maintaining strength, energy, and independence. In practical terms, this does not require a complicated plan. It can be as simple as including eggs in the morning, adding ricotta or kefir during the day, incorporating beans or fish into your meals, and choosing fruits like watermelon or vegetables like beets to support recovery and circulation. Small, consistent choices like these often have a greater long-term impact than any supplement routine. It is also important to remember that consistency matters more than perfection. You do not need to eat all these foods every day. What matters is regularly including a variety of them, so your body continues to receive the full range of nutrients it needs to function well. The real advantage of these foods is not just physical. They are enjoyable, accessible, and sustainable. And that makes it much easier to maintain healthy habits over time, which is ultimately what protects your strength as you age. So instead of asking how much protein you need, a better question might be, how can you build meals that your body actually recognizes and uses effectively? What was the idea that surprised you the most? If this kind of content makes sense to you, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel.